Hello, my name is Blake Sanders, and this is my informative speech on the misunderstood role of sharks in the ocean ecosystems. Did you know that sharks have been a stable part of the ocean ecosystem for over 400 million years? That's nearly 200 million years before dinosaurs even appeared. Humans heavily rely on the ocean and marine ecosystems for food, livelihood, and climate regulation. For these reasons, it is vital that ocean ecosystems remain balanced. Sharks, although often misunderstood, play a key role in maintaining that balance. Sharks are not mindless killers. Rather, they are protectors of the sea. Their misunderstood reputation hides the fact that they are important ecosystem managers, thereby keeping the sea, and the world at large, stable and healthy. I have been fascinated by ocean and marine animals, especially sharks, for as long as I can remember. I have read and studied a variety of books about sharks and conducted additional research online. First, I will discuss how the misunderstanding of sharks harms their public perception among humans. Second, I will explain how sharks regulate prey populations, balance food webs, protect habitats, and support biodiversity. Finally, I will discuss how the continued decrease in shark populations harms the ocean and ultimately the planet. Let's start by exploring how sharks became so misunderstood. The misunderstanding of sharks and their reputation. Sharks are often seen as ruthless, aggressive killers, which is far from the truth. In actuality, around 10 humans are killed by sharks per year. However, 100 million sharks are killed by humans a year, mostly as a result of targeted fishing. Many humans fear the unknown because the mind fills gaps with anxiety or dread. The mysterious ocean and the lurking presence of sharks trigger a primal fear response. Humans also have a negativity bias, focusing more on frightening or dangerous events. News coverage exaggerates rare shark attacks, giving the impression that they occur more frequently than they actually do. People often anthropomorphize sharks, attributing human motives such as vengeance or malice to them. In reality, sharks rarely attack humans unprovoked and often act defensively when threatened. Media and popular culture have worsened this perception. Films such as the 1975 Jaws, the show Shark Week, and the movie The Meg portray sharks as deliberate killers, shaping decades of fear and misinformation. News outlets and social media further amplify these misconceptions, prioritizing shocking stories over scientific facts. The result? Public fear of sharks has led to a declining conservation support. When most people don't often understand that it is sometimes when sharks nudge or even nip, it could be out of curiosity rather than attacks, not dissimilar from animals, like dogs or even cats. When learning about sharks and human encounters, coverage often focuses on human safety rather than facts pointing out how sharks are overfished and how many species are endangered. Overall, there is a gross omission of conservation issues in the media as a whole, on land and at sea. Misunderstanding drives harmful practices such as shark culling and finning, which threaten entire marine ecosystems. Now that we understand how sharks gain their unfair reputation, let's look at their role in keeping the ocean healthy. The vital role of sharks in marine ecosystems. Sharks help regulate prey populations. Sharks are a major factor in regulating prey populations in the sea. A misunderstood aspect of this is how sharks often target weak, sick, or old aquatic animals. By doing this, they help prevent spreading disease and help keep prey populations healthy and at the right capacity. This natural population control promotes healthier, more resilient species overall. Sharks protect critical habitats and biodiversity. In seagrass beds and coral reefs, sharks' presence helps maintain biodiversity and prevent the spread of disease. Studies show that ecosystems with thriving shark populations support more species and stronger coral growth. One way sharks retroactively protect ocean habitats is by having behavioral influence over all marine animals in their area. The mere presence of sharks alters the way prey species behave. For instance, herbivorous fish and turtles may avoid overgrazing in certain areas when sharks may be nearby. In order to avoid them, this allows habitats like seagrass and meadows and coral reefs to recover and thrive. Sharks sustain marine food webs. As apex predators, sharks influence where and how other marine species feed. This creates a ripple effect that maintains ecological balance throughout the food chain. Finally, let's consider what happens when shark populations decline. The consequences of declining shark populations: ecosystem imbalance. Without sharks, prey species overpopulate and consume essential vegetation or smaller fish. This disrupts the food chain, causing collapses in fisheries and other marine populations. Economic and environmental impacts. Healthy shark populations attract ecotourism, benefiting local economies. The loss of sharks can lead to degraded reefs and declining fish stocks, directly affecting livelihoods. Global implications. Ocean imbalance affects carbon storage and climate regulation. The decline of sharks has consequences that extend far beyond the sea. Conclusion. A review of my main points. Today, I discussed how sharks have been misunderstood and unfairly portrayed. Then, I explained their essential role in regulating and protecting marine ecosystems. Finally, I've highlighted how their decline harms the ocean and the planet as a whole. Sharks are not ruthless killers, but vital protectors of the sea, essential for maintaining balance in the ocean and on Earth. Sharks have survived for over 400 million years, yet their greatest threat is now human misunderstanding. By changing how we view sharks, we can help restore the balance of our oceans and preserve life for generations to come. Thank you.